So I'm going to do a full demonstration and review on the Diva Ring Light, the 18-inch fluorescent stellar lighting systems Diva Ring Lights. I ordered this from B&H Photo Video. It was cheaper there than it was at a lot of other places. There are tons of ring lights that you can get on Amazon, eBay, everywhere. I particularly chose this one after extensive research. I watched so many YouTube videos. I watched so many girls talk about this, that, the other. And for me, this was the best one out of everything that I saw. Reason being, one, B&H is definitely a trusted brand. I love their store anyway. I always go in there and I go crazy at the Superstore here in New York. But reason being is because this one was one of the only ones that had a dimmer. Now the dimmer makes the lighting higher or lower. I like that control. I like to control how much light I'm shining on my face, how little. So that was one of the main reasons I went with it, because they had a dimmer. Now the ones with the dimmers, the cheapest I found was $300 on the Stellar Lighting Systems website. So when I saw for $269 at BH, I said yes, this is it. So it comes in this beautiful carrying case, just like this. Great to travel with. I'm going to take this with me when I travel like to hotels if I want to shoot a video during the day and the lighting is horrible in the hotel room. This is like perfect if you travel a lot. So it comes in this beautiful case, light and easy. This is the 18-inch ring light. This is the cord that you plug it up with. So a lot of people were talking about in their videos the diffuser. There's like a sleeve that goes around the actual ring light. It's called a diffuser. People were complaining that they couldn't find one that fit, or the one that came with it from Stellar Lighting Systems from the website directly. People were complaining that it did not fit. Well, the great thing is this one came with it already on there, so I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't have to go out and purchase one. This one comes with one and it comes already on there. Now it will appear as if it is barely hanging on because it's on there pretty tight, but it's pretty much on. It doesn't affect the lighting itself. Like when you turn it on, you can't see it hanging over or anything like that. So it's perfectly fitted on. And it also comes with an extra bulb in here. And it's a little bit lighter wattage than the other bulb that's already in it. So you have two bulbs already to start with, so it's perfect. So it also came with a mirror, so while you're filming, you can actually see everything in this mirror. Because I often wondered, like, am I going to have to position my mirror very meticulously behind the camera and the light? So it's perfect that it came with this mirror. And it goes on super easy. It has this little thing here, and you just slide it in between this thingamajiggy. Just like that. And then you can adjust it how high or low you want it, and it's perfect. This is where you are going to mount it onto whatever stand or clip that you bought. And I think you guys remember in my B&H photo video or tech haul video, I showed you guys the mounting clip for the desk, and then I showed you the actual lighting stand. So I'm going to show you really quickly how it's set up on the lighting stand if you want to see it. So this is the Interfit lighting stand that I showed you in the tech haul video. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch that real quick so y'all can see what I'm about. But anyway, so remember when I was saying in that video that this light stand sits low, meaning if you wanted to use a tripod with it, the tripod legs extend this way and this goes underneath it. So it goes pretty low. It's awesome. Anyway, so you pull it out like this. You can adjust it to however low or high you want it. And then these all, of course, extend it further and further up, and then you just tighten the size to however high you want it. So we're going to put ours low just for the sake of fitting it all into this video. Okay, so once it's as high as you need it, this is the part here that you are going to put on the light stand. You're going to put this part onto this. So you just want to plop it on top. Then you want to tighten this. Pretty tight, pretty secure. Then you also want to tighten this top part as well. That way the whole thing is nice and sturdy and secure. Alright, so let's see what it looks like plugged in. Okay, so all you have to do is turn the little knob on like that. That's brightest, a little less bright, even lesser bright, and the lowest bright setting. So you can go from low to high. Low, medium, high. Just however you want it. There's no set click, so you can just kind of go up and down as you need the lighting to be set. Then the mirror that I was showing you guys goes again right here. The way you put the mirror on, it has these little screws here. You see how there's like an opening there? And you're going to screw it back tighter once it's on that little slit thing. to make it tighten. So that's all I'm doing, is just slide in that bar that I showed you guys earlier in between these two brackets, and then I'm tightening it with these little knobs here. And so that's how the mirror would go on. You can see. Then this is where the camera goes. The camera is going to be mounted on top of this little black thingy here. And so if you look at the bottom of your camera, you will see a little hole like where you put your tripod thingy. It goes the same place there, and you tighten it or loosen it how you want it. So let me show you what it looks like on. Also, I thought this was worth showing you guys how to put the camera on there, because it's kind of tricky when you first put your camera on top. This thingy here slides back and forth, but there's no way for you to put it on and move the camera around that way. So what you do is you're gonna loosen, that looks really scary, you're gonna loosen this thing here as loose as it possibly can be, and it rolls that pivoted ball to the back. Once you do that, you're gonna put your camera against the screw. So you see that gap? So all I'm doing is spinning my camera around to tighten the gap. So once you go back up like this, you're gonna wanna tighten, just twirl that. Just tighten this part in place so that that pivoted ball locks in and doesn't move anymore. And that is the setup. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it explained everything. If I left anything out or you still don't understand any of the processes or steps that I took to set it up, just write me a comment in the box below and I'll try to get back to it as soon as I possibly can. All right guys, thanks so much for watching.